When a Scorpio goes quiet after a breakup, you shouldn't be relieved. You should be terrified. Most people mistake their silence for sadness, but that is a fatal error. A Scorpio isn't sitting in the dark crying over what they lost. They are sitting in the dark analyzing exactly how they allowed themselves to tolerate less than they deserved. They aren't mourning you. They're mourning the time they wasted on you. The moment they stop arguing, stop fighting, and stop trying to make you understand is the exact moment you have ceased to exist in their world. You think they're playing a game of cold and calculating chess, but the truth is far more intimidating. They aren't playing a game at all. They have simply removed you from the board entirely. You have to understand that Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth for a reason. They do not process heartbreak like the rest of the Zodiac. While others are out there venting to friends, posting vague quotes on social media, or looking for a rebound to numb the pain, Scorpio goes underground. This is what terrifies people. It is the absolute, suffocating silence. You might be wondering if they are plotting revenge, if they are hating you, or if they are waiting for an apology, but here is the brutal truth that hurts more than any argument ever could. They aren't thinking about you in the way you hope. They are performing an autopsy on the relationship. They are dissecting every lie you told, every moment of disrespect you thought slipped by, and every red flag they ignored for the sake of love. They are masters of the psychological deep dive. You feel this intense pressure when you are around them, even when they aren't speaking, because they see right through the mask you wear. When the relationship ends, that X-ray vision turns inward. They are recalibrating. You see, a Scorpio loves harder than any other sign. They give you a depth of loyalty that is terrifying in its intensity. They merged their soul with yours, so when that bond is severed, they don't just feel sad. They feel like a part of their physical body has been ripped away. The pain is visceral. It lives in their gut. But unlike others who run from that pain, Scorpio sits in the fire. They let it burn them. They let it incinerate everything they used to be because they know that is the only way to rise from the ashes. This is where the coldness comes in. People call Scorpio cold, distant, or unfeeling. That is a joke. They are the most emotional sign in the Zodiac, a fixed water sign that feels the weight of the entire ocean. But they have built a fortress around that heart because they know how valuable it is. When you betray that loyalty, the drawbridge comes up instantly. That coldness you feel isn't hatred. It is protection. It is a boundary made of steel. They are freezing you out, not to hurt you, but to preserve the heat they have left for themselves. They essentially put you in a cryogenic chamber in their mind. You are frozen in time, a memory of a lesson learned, while they move forward with a ruthlessness that is awe-inspiring. And let's talk about that legendary Scorpio revenge. Everyone is afraid of the sting. They wait for the lash out. But a mature Scorpio knows something you don't. They know that energy is currency, and you are no longer worth the expense. The greatest revenge a Scorpio takes is not slashing your tires or ruining your reputation. It is becoming the absolute best version of themselves that you can never, ever touch again. They take all that pain, all that betrayal, and they channel it into ambition. They hit the gym, they level up their career, they glow up in a way that seems almost supernatural. They become unreachable. They want you to watch them conquer the world from a distance, knowing that you had a front row seat and you sold the ticket. They are calculating, yes, but not in the way you think. They are calculating their future. They are assessing who is actually worthy of their time. Once a Scorpio realizes you aren't the one, they possess a terrifying ability to detach. It's like a switch flips. One day, you are their everything, the center of their intense universe, and the next day, you are a stranger with a name they used to know. This shocks people. It leaves exes spinning, wondering how they could move on so fast. They didn't move on fast, they moved on completely. They processed the grief while they were looking you in the eye during those final days. By the time they walked out the door, they had already grieved the death of the relationship. Do not mistake their lack of reaction for weakness. It takes an immense amount of power to control a tsunami of emotions, and that is what Scorpio does every single day. They are the masters of self-control. They watch, they remember, they archive everything. If you try to come back, you will find the door isn't just locked, it's bricked over. They don't do second chances because to them, trust is like a mirror. Once it's broken, you can glue it back together, but they will always see the cracks in the reflection. They would rather look at a blank wall than a cracked mirror. So, if you are dealing with a Scorpio breakup, or if you are a Scorpio rising from the ashes right now, hit that like button. We want to see how many phoenixes are in the building. Subscribe to the channel right now if you want to understand the true power of the Zodiac, and comment your birthday below so we can find the real Scorpios in the room. Don't just watch, join the tribe.